Hi again, everybody. And now the big question today is whether we can get a revenge or not. We have a rotated side, slightly rotated, as you can see down below. The big difference is Menegong is not going to be in this game against Athletic Club Taipei. The reason why, of course, is because Menegong doesn't really enjoy big matches, as we've seen, which is that big mark of death, one of them at least for me. We could really use a victory here. This would at least keep us on top of Hongyuan. Hongyuan, by the way, are the great creators of talent here in Taiwan, and most of our successes come from raiding their youth teams. So here comes Athletic Club Taipei, and let's see how we handle this match. We lost to them last time, as you'll recall, in a very, very frustrating loss, and we're hoping that we can exert our revenge on them today at home. And Silla starts us off with a foul, and fortunately for us, that is the end of the highlight, which means that nothing of any value happened. And so we'll see what happens as we move along. Nothing here in the early going, and fairly good, if quiet, performances by most of the boys. You can see the red flags that are down there for a number of the players who are on the bench, which is why they're on the bench in this match. We have a number of guys who just don't like matches like this. Leiboldern is able to grab that header out of the sky and is able to prevent it from going in, which is good. But the thing that's not so good is that they've had all the opportunities so far. We can't allow that to happen. We need to do something. We need to score a goal, or we need to get something to happen here pretty soon. And it's looking like Lingwanda, who's one of the guys starting up front, is not exactly having the best of time. So we'll see what we have to do. Nene is out, by the way. He had too many yellow cards and was suspended. So, of course, that happens right before the big match. Silla with it. Now down to Wang Shangwei, over to Silla. Silla back to Wang Shangwei, over to Chen Chengju. Over to Kaderbamba. Chen Chengju now. Chen Chengju launches what I think was a shot, and it ends up doing nothing, and Dai goes and wins that back. Chen Jianliang now with it. Pass is back to Cai Yuting, over to Ling Guanda. We are in control. Cai Yuting over to Chen Jianliang, back to Cai Yuting, and we do the back and forth, and nothing ever moves forward. Ling Guanda probably shouldn't be up front, I think is one of the mistakes that we've made here, because I don't think that he is really good in terms of his striking ability, and he may need to come off here at halftime. Not having a very good match, and I think that he's probably been trained too much in the Segunda Volante way of doing things. And so nothing is the score here. Now, a draw is not awful, but we can do better than a draw here. We shouldn't settle for anything like that. We're going to put Liu Yuting back on, I think. Liu Yuting has had some success, and so he's going to come on at this juncture. Chen Jianliang also having a poor match. We're actually going to take him off for Liu Chiyuan, so we'll see what happens there on the left side. We have problems on the left side. We've had problems on the left side all season long, and we'll keep it with that. So we'll make those two changes, and we'll go forward from there. Liu Chiyuan over to Ndaye, back to Cai Yuting, over to Liu Chiyuan again, back to Cai Yuting to Ndaye. And so we do a little triangle, but we don't move anything up. Huan Guanda now over to Liu Chiyuan, and I tell you, that left side is where the problems lie. None of these players are really quite good enough. They're just a little bit worse than they need to be. Ndaye over to Chen Chengju now. Chen Chengju passes. There's Huang Guanda over to Silla. Silla gets the goal. He's onside. I'm looking for a flag. No flag, no whistle, no nothing. Of course, there won't be a whistle. Nobody's going to check for offsides because there's no VAR here. I keep getting my two saves mixed up. Huang Guanda, that was an excellent job by him to pass over to Silla. I mean, that was really, really good. Huang Guanda, as I've said before, is really one of the future players of this club and is going to be a star, I think. Depending, of course, on how long we stay here. And at this rate, we'll be here probably for a little while. It's a lot of fun. Yu Yue, who should be a star in his own right, ends up letting the ball go behind him. Fortunately, Huang Hongyi is not able to score. I can't remember if he's the one that we've signed. There's one of these players for Athletic Club Taipei that we just signed who's going to come over as soon as the transfer window's open. Huang Guanda there with the shot, and that is saved. Whoever it was that we just signed looks really good and is probably going to come straight into the first team that we's 17. So that gives you another thing to look out for. Of course, it's Taiwan, so chances are that there'll be some hidden problem with him. Chen Chengju just stops. I don't understand what he was doing. Liu Chiyuan now passes back, looking for Silla, and that's deflected. That's a shame because Silla was in a perfect position. Here is Silla again with the ball. Over to Wang Xiangwei, and it's Chen Chengju who tries a bicycle kick. Wow, I never would have imagined seeing that at this level, and unfortunately that one is off. But, whoa, I don't know where that came from. 1-0 is still the score. Huang Guanda over to Cai Yuting. up to Liu Yuting, over to Liu Chiyuan, and he is tackled very, very, I would say, very smoothly and cleanly. Chen Chengju just doesn't win this. Now we got to get back. And it's Ndaye trying to make the tackle. He misses and fails in his effort. And Cai Yiting's there to intercept over to Ndaye. And here comes the attack back to Chen Chengju. Over to Wang Xiangwei. Wang Xiangwei, Chen Chengju. Up to Silla. Silla looking, and there's Huang Guanda, and that is deflected for a corner. Really should have been a goal. I mean, we've had a lot of that here. We seem to have that in every match. Silla with the corner, looking for Yu Wei, and Yu Wei is called for fouling. We seem to have this every single match where we get the ball in like this great position. I'm looking at it thinking, we must score, we must score, we must score. See, right here, you're like, okay, this is going to happen. This is it. And it just doesn't happen for whatever reason, right? Huang Guanda is, for some reason, not able to win a ball that is right in front of him because there's a guy behind him. So, I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. Silla with it, over to Chen Chengju. Passed forward to Liu Yuting. Liu Yuting is going to take the shot himself, and it's off the top crossbar. So I was expecting him to try to cross that, but instead he decided to do it himself, and it didn't work. So, I mean, it's an idea. He's still playing better than the guy he replaced, so that's all right. Ling Guanda wasn't even getting attempts on goal, and we can see Wang Xiangwei now is the other one who's having a poor match. So that's the guy who's in there for Menegong. So that's the big question, which is, okay, so Menegong doesn't like big matches, but is he bad enough that we have to go for the replacement, or what exactly are we going to do? And Dai over to Liu Yiting, passes this forward for Silla. Silla's wide open all alone. And he's going to score, and he does. I mean, he's just wide open. There's nobody even close to him. There's nobody within, 3 yards of the guy. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible how open he is here. I mean, just watch this. There he goes forward, and he just runs forward. And, look at the guy who was guarding him. Looks like he's jogging. Looks like he's trying to run through molasses. All right, so Silla with the easy goal, 2-0 for Silla, really. Mars FC on top, and so much for this being a close game. Now we just have to make sure that we can defend and stop them from coming back. Liu Yuting has an assist on one of those. I think that was the ball that we just saw or something. I can't remember. But Liu Yuting now suddenly is having a good match, and he also may be part of the future here. And it goes to show you that you got to try all of your young players and give them a chance. Silla over to Bamba. Chen Chengju back to Bamba. Bamba over to Silla. Silla, and there's the pass into Huang Guanda. And he tries a shot, and that is deflected out. It's going to be a corner. So I really like this squad, if you haven't noticed. It's a lot of fun, and we seem to do well even when we struggle. We struggled at the beginning here, and now we're not struggling anymore. Silla knocks this forward, looking for Yu Wei. Can't find him. Cai Yiting goes back and gets it. Passes all the way back. There's somebody back there. And that's the end of the highlights. It doesn't really matter. And we only have a couple minutes left, just a little bit of time to tick off before the very end. Bamba wins this to Huang Guanda. Down to Cai Yiting. Over looking for Silla. And Silla somehow gets it, even though this guy jumped in front of him. I don't know how he did that. And then Huang Guanda misses the shot. So Huang Guanda probably doesn't like big matches, is what I'm guessing, because of this awful performance that he's had here today, where he keeps getting the ball in great position and then can't score. Liu Yuting now with it. He's been having a good one. Back to Cai Yiting. Over to Yu Wei. And that is the end of the match. And there you go. So we have won. We've done it here against AC Taipei. We win 2-0, 1.72 XG. They only had 0.37. They only had 2 shots. I don't remember seeing either one of them. We dominated possession this time. And this is really what we should have done in that last match. So we kind of get an idea of what we're capable of. And that's the end of this one. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.